Testing audio levels. It should be just at the best point where you can hear me and it doesn't get all fuzzy. Alright, we are live. Let me just open Discord. Alright. Hi, water container. Yeah, I made sure to just post in the Discord just so people know, because it's a little early for when I normally do stuff, but today is a Sunday and there is a cup race, and I do have work at 7 o'clock tonight, so I figured I'd probably want to get it done now, early on. Alright. So I think I fixed the audio level so that they're loud enough that you can hear me, but not loud enough that it is terrible, so that's good. I just gotta make sure to talk a little extra loud here. Alright, we're gonna turn. Okay. Alright, let's wait 1 second and then we'll get right into it. LCQ doesn't really need a lot of lead up. Alright, we can get rid of some of this extra stuff. Alright. Trying to see if I can get let me fire this back up again. I accidentally closed it down. Alright. I'm gonna start putting NR2003 in the titles because I feel like that is how you get more views. So we're gonna stick to that from now on. Let's get into the race. 10 laps. Everyone qualifies other than the last place car, so there's 6 cars in this race for 10 laps. Does not matter. You don't feel good because you're at a party till 9. Till 9? Oh, you mean 9 8? No, this doesn't make any sense. Oh, actually, it does make sense. Are you talking about last night or today? Because isn't it like 9 o'clock right now for you guys? Like, it's 12:02 for me right now. Alright. Let's get right into this. Alright, firing up NR2003 last night. Oh, that makes sense. Again, 6 cars, 10 laps, yellow flags. So if there's an accident, then the race might be over pretty short. Alright, let's get into it. 6 cars are in the race. All of them are the part-time drivers.
Drivers, to your cars.
Alrighty. Here is the lineup. On the front row, Camden Ross and Pizza Party. Antonio Campos and Peter Drake, Will Parrish, and James Morrissey. Last place is out. The rest are in. I'm just gonna make sure the audio levels are okay. Just give me a second. Alright, I'm gonna use this to test. Testing. Seems pretty good. All right. We're just going to accelerate this a little bit. All right. Got a minute left. Points not count in this race. So, not a points paying race. Winner doesn't really get much of anything other than that they get in the race. The only points that really matter is whoever finishes last. They'll get a disqualified or fail to qualify number of points, which is 1 point. The rest will be in the race, and then they'll fight for even more points once they get in. So, the only points that matter here are whoever doesn't qualify. The rest of them don't actually get any points out of this. They get points out of the main event. Alright. Time for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
There we go, firing up those engines. So it's Pizza Party and Camden Ross. For a 10-lap shootout. Will Parrish is trying to make up lost ground from Daytona. He did not qualify for the race. Same with Peter Drake and James Morrissey, all failed to qualify for the race. Peter Drake and James Morrissey have already run a race. Peter Drake ran Canada, I almost said Canada. And James Morrissey ran California. With that being said, as we go to take the green flag, 10 laps here at Daytona for the Talladega. I just said Daytona, oh my gosh. 10 laps for the Talladega LCQ, and now we are under green. Peter Drake jumps to the outside, but he does not have the momentum. Look at that 95 car trying to make a move, but he gets put 3 wide from Will Parrish down to the inside. Side by side for the lead going into turns 1 and 2. And here comes Will Parrish trying to take the lead on lap number 1. Looks like Pizza Party now blocking. Trying to hold on to that second space. Antonio Campos falling back. He's on the outside. Peter Drake now pushing James Morrissey on that top line. Now side by side back there for 4th. This is a very important spot. Now Will Parrish is falling back. But now he has the inside, making up the momentum that he just lost down the straightaway. Here comes James Morrissey down to the inside. A Pizza Party for 2nd. Peter Drake falls down with him. But it's Camden Ross now holding the lead here on lap number 2. And now down the inside comes Peter Drake. Nearly side by side for 2nd. Oh, it's so close going into turn 4. Side by side for 2nd. Will Parrish now trying to make up that lost ground. He's going to look to the inside of Peter Drake. Now 3 wide. Antonio Campos is trying to get by, make it a 4-car battle for 2nd. Now James Morrissey falling back. Pizza Party's out. Lap number 3. Here comes Antonio Campos looking for 2nd. 3 wide at the very back. Peter Drake, James Morrissey, and Pizza Party. Now it's White Lightning Racing cars 1 and 2, but here comes Will Parrish on the outside trying to get that spot back. Oh, down the inside goes James Morrissey. He's going to try to make it a 3 wide pass, but he can't make the move. Now he's to the back bumper of that 95 car, and the 66 to the back bumper of the 9. Oh, close. Oh, he barely makes a move. Trying to make that move for second, but here comes Pizza Party making a 3-wide move. As we go on to lap number 4. These cars are trying to fight for their lives. But it's Camden Ross who's been able to hold strong in the lead for the past 4 laps. 3 wide back there for second. The 95 car's falling back, but wouldn't surprise me if he catches up and makes up that lost momentum like we've seen multiple times with all these cars. So now it's Pizza Party who is in second. Pizza Party was at last at one point, and now the 9 cars coming back up to the front. But here comes Will Parrish looking low on Peter Drake. James Morrissey gets put 3 wide. Side by side. Now Morrissey falls back to the back of the field. He isn't the one who was in the LCQ, falling back in that last place. Side by side back there for 4th. Now Peter Drake falls back. Now we're a single file line on lap number 5. We're trying to make up some lost momentum. Now Peter Drake is the car that is out. Can Will Parrish make the move? Here comes James. I almost said James Bernstein. Oh my gosh. Trying to iron out all these mistakes before the actual race, I guess. Antonio Campos looking for 3rd. He's going to try to take over 2nd. That 95 car is pretty racy right now. Oh, Will Parrish tries to lock. Can't. He falls back. Now Peter Drake on the back bumper of the 60 car. 95 trying to go around the 9. So we enter lap number 6 here at Talladega. 5 to go. So Peter Drake's in the last position. Camden Ross is leading. Then Pizza Party. Then Antonio Campos in 3rd. James Morrissey in 4th. Will Parrish in 5th. And then Peter Drake in 6th. That 95 car is still trying to make that outside lane work. But it looks like the 60 car of James Morrissey is going to try to push him. Now falling back is that 95 car. As the field slinkies back together. Can the 95 car tuck back in? No, he falls the whole way to the back. And here comes that 02 car trying to pass the 60, and the 60 car tries to pass the 9. Back to side-by-side racing here at Talladega. Lap number 7 with 4 laps to go. Here comes Peter Drake to the inside of the 02. Single file as the 60 car tucks back in last. Can they make up momentum, or will they get side by side again? And can anybody challenge the 88 car? Oh, big block by the 02, but the 66 car gets hung out. Side by side for 2nd and side by side for 4th. We're about to enter 3 laps to go here at Dega. Oh, big block by the 02 car, the 9, who holds over 2nd. But here comes James Bernstein. I said it again. Oh my gosh. James Bernstein was originally supposed to run this race, but it was turned over to Antonio Campos. So Antonio Campos is in 2nd. But here comes Peter Drake down the inside, making a 3-wide move. 88 cars led every single lap and has held a pretty strong lead. 02 car falls to the very back. Now it's Morrissey pushing Peter Drake. Side by side for 2nd place. As we get ready to enter 2 laps to go here at Talladega. Into turns 3. And then turns 4. Big run for that 66 car. Will he be able to do anything with it? No, he can't. Here comes the 60 car with help from the 9. As we get ready to have 2 laps to go here at Talladega. Peter Drake has a disadvantage here being on that outside. 2 to go. He's going to fall all the way back. Can this the 60 car make up that lost ground and try to fight for the lead? Three wide in the back of the pack. That battle for that last spot is getting intense here. And the 9 car looks around the 60. As we come around to take the white flag. Who will make it into the show and who will not? Side by side for second, side by side for fourth. But it's Camden Ross who's led every single lap as we come down to the white flag. One more lap here at Talladega. Camden Ross holds strong. Now the battle's between Peter Drake and James Morrissey. Peter passes James. Anyone else is going to challenge for this last position? Oh, looks like the 95 car gets hung out. Will that affect who gets in? And will the O2 car have anything to say about it? Turns 3 and turns 4. Coming into the tri-oval for the final time. Who will make the show? It is James Morrissey who's out right now. As we come into the tri-oval for the final time. Camden Ross will win the LCQ. Will Parrish second. Pizza Party third. Peter Drake fourth. Antonio Campos fifth. And James Morrissey is out at Talladega. He has disqualified for both Daytona and Talladega now. Good stuff there for Will Parrish, who didn't make Daytona and has just made Talladega. Also good for the 95 and the 66. Didn't make Daytona as well, and the 9. All right. All right. With that being said, I'll be around for a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna make some changes for the main event. First of those changes is fixing. I'll actually do some of these while I'm live. I might start the stream at 12:30 or 1, depending on how I'm feeling. So now we go to Dega. And we remove the 60 car. Parrish, Kenzer, Beach, Gort, Palm Tittles, Ayers. Why is there still 41 cars? It does not make sense. Mergum, Trendler, Shades, Bowler, Baller, Drake, Smith, Camden Ross. Did I do the math wrong? That would be crazy. If there is 2 cars that are out, that means the 95 is out. That would really suck if I got that wrong. Quinton, Cawthorn, Dellinger. Aviation Waffles. Oh, that's why. Wait, no, never mind. Oh, you know what? I added Pizza Party to it. That's why. Alright. So, with that being said, 2 cars didn't qualify. Not 1. It's because about 2 weeks ago I added Pizza Party, and that changed my math for every single race, and I forgot to fix it. So I want to make sure who didn't qualify. I know the 60 car didn't qualify, but is it the 95 or is it Peter Drake? Pretty sure it was the 95, but I want to make sure that I'm not screwing someone over. Yeah, it's 95. Alright, well, ripperoni to the 95. So it's Antonio Campos and James Morrissey who are out of the race. Alright, how do you just fence grip? I don't have that setting in my INI. Well, I don't think you really can adjust it. If it's not in the track INI, then I don't think you can. I wonder if there's any tutorials that have that. I mean, you might be able to find a mod that works for it. But if it's not in the INI, then I don't know how you would change the fence grip. I'm trying to think here. You've seen people adjust it. Have they adjusted it in the INI or not? Because if they adjusted it in the INI, and then it's the track's fault, they don't have it in the INI, and that way, that means you can't adjust it. But if it's not in the INI, then beats me. It's in the INI. So, what I would do is I would check multiple of your tracks and see if any of them have fence grip. And if it's just the one track that you're trying to change the fence grip on it doesn't have that, then that's the track's fault and you really can't do much about it. But if all of them do, then I don't know if there's like a plugin that you can add for it or not. Alright. I'll try looking it up and see if there's any useful information. Because I'm trying to think. I can actually check. Let's check this Talladega one for instance. Paint, concrete, asphalt, tire, wall. I don't know about fence grip. And grip. Choosing crowd, track. So line, tire, arcade. Wear, pacing, drafting, squeeze, invert, slip curb, excel, decel, line, CTS, points, pit lane, pace car, stalls, pit lane, speed limit, starting grid, well, gosh, I don't even know. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything at all. There must be some sort of plugin or something extension that you can add that has that, because I have no idea where that would be at. Alright, let's game. You qualified it for Talladega, so you're in the show. Alright, so... Oh yeah, I do need to change the INI for Talladega for the main event. Watkins Glen. Let me change the drafting distance back to where it was. Alright. I'm gonna have to call it quits here and just get a couple things done before the main event, which will be in between 6 and maybe 10 to 15 minutes max. Probably maybe closer to 20 actually. So I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna stop the stream and then restart it with the updated title and thumbnail. Yep, no problem.